playing at Fast and Furious in Florida.
Okay, what's the fastest, most dangerous ball game in the world? Where something harder than a golf ball shoots through the air at you at 170 miles an hour. It's called Alai, and here's the scoop. You've probably never seen anything like this game before. It's only played in a few places around the world. Mexico, some bits of Spain and France, and here in Miami. The rules of Alai are quite simple, like a cross between tennis and squash, but it's one of the hardest games in the world to learn. Instead of using a racket, you have a basket strapped to your arm, and you play by throwing a ball around a 3-wall court. Top Miami player Jackie Hernandez showed me how to play.
Arm straight, relax the wrist. The basics are keeping the arm straight. Keeping this part of the arm straight here, and relaxing of the wrist. And then what you do is you just follow through. Perfect. Uh-oh. Woo! There you go. See, now you start to develop your steps. Here we go.
Yeah, it's easier with the motion because you're already
because you're already moving. But once you get the basic idea of throwing, and then the catching, and you put it all together, then it all starts to flow.
There's a huge difference in speed, though, of course.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got a new player coming.
The most important thing to learn is to avoid the ball. It smashes into the granite wall at over 170 miles an hour. If it hit you on the head, it would quite badly kill you. Alai is played with such terrifying speed and force that the balls, or pelotas, last only 20 minutes before they split open or disintegrate altogether. They're made of very hard rubber covered with hand-stitched goat skin. They cost around $100 each to make, and there's only 25 guys in the whole world who know how to do it. The baskets, or cestas, are also handmade in a traditional way from mountain reeds. Each one is made differently, so players order them with the particular curve or length to give them that little extra edge. And every little edge helps because the players get paid according to how well they do. In singles, 8 players compete in each match, 2 at a time on court. Every time your opponent misses the ball, you get a point. The guy who misses has to go back to the bench, and the next person in line gets a chance to score. The first player to score 7 points wins the game. If you really want to make it as a top player, then you've got to start practicing when you're about 10. Okay, come on. These young players are all just starting. Mind you, they're still better than me. The kids often practice against walls, and that's how Alai first started over 300 years ago in the Basque regions of France and Spain. Children would play against church walls on festival days, and in fact, Alai means Merry Festival in the Basque language. So it's also the oldest ball game in the world, as well as being the most dangerous. And no, I'm not going to be playing a real game.
Wow! The thing I don't get, you know that thing you've got strapped to your wrist?
Yeah, the cesta.
The cesta. Well, that's shaped in an arc, so surely when you throw, the ball just hits the ground.
Well, that's the hardest thing. If you're aiming for the front wall, what you've got to do to avoid that is to pretend you're throwing up to the ceiling, to let go really high up.
Doesn't that hurt your shoulder? That's not a natural move.
Yeah, pulls really hard. Yeah.
Did you get hit by any of those balls?
No, I was much too quick for that.
Guess what the latest dance craze in America is? Well, it's not what you might think. Here's Alai in LA.